What's up guys, welcome back to Borch Crypto. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we are talking about Aster. We're talking about Hyperliquid, and we are going to be trying to answer all the questions that you guys may have regarding the project, the token's price, tokenomics, the long-term sustainability of the project, even an airdrop that is massively under-farmed right now. So stay until the end because you definitely want to hear everything I have to say in this video. So you guys have already seen it all over CT, all over social media. Aster has absolutely exploded in value from $0.08 from its TGE to an all-time high of $1.97, almost $2, and it is looking bright. There is a lot of beef in CT. There's a lot of people just fighting Hyperliquid maxes against Aster supporters, and a lot of opinions going on whether the volume is fake, whether Binance and CZ are faking some stats and some numbers of the platform. But whatever your reasoning is and your opinion is, you definitely want to understand everything about this project before having an opinion. So Perp DEX was born in 2024 with a merger of two companies, Aster and APX Finance, with a merger of Yield Wizardry and Perp Trading. The TGE unlocked 704 million Aster tokens, which was 8.8% of the total supply, and prices soared up 1,800% to the all-time high, as I mentioned before, of $1.97. Now, since then, I want to show you some metrics. Here we have the TVL and the revenue, and as you can see, the TVL looks like the gold price. It's rising fast, and as you can see, we are right now sitting at almost 1.5 billion in TVL, and in the red bars here you can see the revenue. Now the revenue the 23rd of September was $3.34 million, guys. It's absolutely nuts. Now on the other hand, Hyperliquid did $3.03 million, so practically $300,000 less in revenue in just one day. Now here we can see that obviously Hyperliquid's been pulling these solid numbers for a while, and even having days with $7.26 million generated in fees. You guys may already know that 99% of the fees generated go to the assistance fund that then goes to buying and burning hype tokens, creating a deflationary mechanism. Now there's a lot of people concerned that there's going to be token unlocks for Hyperliquid soon, but that's another story. Now, another very interesting metric is, of course, the perp volume. Of course, these are decentralized exchanges for perpetual trading. Now, you can see right here, the 23rd of September, Hyperliquid did almost 10 billion in volume, and Aster did 11.8 billion. So again, more than Hyperliquid. Now, a lot of people may say this is because of the airdrop that's incoming. People are generating a lot of volume and farming for this stage 2 airdrop that I'm going to be talking about in a second. But even if this was the case, Aster has a very community-centric approach, and they are pulling in amazing numbers. Now, I am not even entering into the debate of where this volume is coming from, whether or not the dark pools are good, or whether or not there's market manipulation, or if it's crime season. I mean, I'm just talking about the volume, guys, and you really have to understand that the liquidity and volume is the best indicator and the best metric for decentralized, for DEX, for perps. It's really important because without the volume, there is absolutely no possibility of a bright future of buybacks and airdrops that are worth it. So just taking these quick metrics into account and understanding that Aster can be a solid rival and can actually compete with Hyperliquid, let's try to understand the differentiating factors that Aster presents versus Hyperliquid. So Aster is different in Hyperliquid in many senses. First of all, it is multi-chain. Although 77% of the TVL is only Binance Smart Chain, of course, backed by Binance, by ZZ himself, and YZ Labs, this is the strongest chain in Aster. They are offering much more options. Instead, Hyperliquid is focused on its own layer 1, and that's the only chain that you have. Of course, you also have Hyper EVM, but this is all part of their ecosystem, and they have this layer 1. They are not going multi-chain. Now, they also are offering yield collateral with their own stablecoin. If you go into more and USDF, here we can learn more about this. They are offering up to 15% APY with the USDF stablecoin. You have to deposit USDT from BNB chain, and then you can swap them for USDF. That gives you 50% APY, and you can use this as collateral. This is not currently present in Hyperliquid. Now, you have dual modes for trading. Here you can see 1001x. Now, you also have different options in terms of trading. You have 1001x leverage, while Hyperliquid offers a much lower leverage here. As you can see, it's just mentioning degen. So here we can see zero price spread, zero position opening fee, position closing fee charged based on profit and loss, unable to add margin to more positions, limit orders and supported, and up to 1000 200x leverage. Now you also have the pro mode, as you can see right here in the perpetual section, where you get your leverage up to 100x leverage for Bitcoin and for Ethereum. And ironically, you can see that they pair with the highest leverage available in the pro mode, not the degen mode, is Hype. As you can see right here, Hype presents 300x leverage maximum. So yeah, I mean, just that speaks volumes of the war. It is very, very real. You also have the dark pools, which allow large orders to be hidden. And this is one of the main selling points that ZZ was mentioning all the time. Maybe a big whale is not interested in all the public being able to see his 300 million short on Ethereum and tracking his P&L, etc. Now for the fees, Hyperliquid is gas free. And Aster DEX, on the other hand, has 0.01% fee for the maker and 0.035% for the taker. The ecosystem and the backing, as I mentioned, Hyperliquid was created at MIT and Harvard by Chameleon Jeff, and more members composing a team of 11 people. And for Aster DEX, as I mentioned, born out of this merge of these two companies, you have the backing of YZ Labs, ZZ, and PancakeSwap. Aster Chain, their own layer 1, is scheduled for 2026, by the way. Now, what I want you guys to understand is whether or not Aster is able to overtake Hyperliquid. And the debate is not whether if they can or not. The thing is, CZ is going all in Aster DEX. He knows the meta for these upcoming years is decentralized perpetuals. So this is a very, very important place that he needs to get into. And he is willing to go all in, as I mentioned. His net worth is insane. And with his backing, Aster is going to keep making noise in the space. And it is going to be one of the biggest coins out there. So whether or not Aster is able to overtake Hype, it's a project that is always going to be there. And it has a pretty interesting roadmap. It has buy and burn mechanics in place. It is very community centric and it is following Hyperliquid in many senses, offering a slightly different product with added advantages over Hyperliquid. Now, I am not saying that Hyperliquid is going to be dethroned because I think Hyperliquid is king, but Aster still is a very, very interesting opportunity. Now, whether or not you want to buy in, you think it's too late, I definitely think that we might be seeing Aster over $2 really, really soon, and we may be testing $1.5 soon again, but I think there is a huge opportunity that people are missing. There's a 4% allocation of the total supply reserved for the stage 2 airdrop. Now, as you can see right here in the points section under rewards, you can see at current prices, the airdrop is worth 500 million plus, and it is really simple and really easy to farm. I created a referral link right here, as you can see, with 5% rebate. This means you're going to be getting back 5% of the fees that you generate to the platform. So that's something that you definitely want to use when farming this airdrop. Now, doing a small deposit, $1,000 to $5,000, is enough to rack up some points and get into the top 100 in the leaderboard. I recommend doing some scalp trading with tight stop losses and take profits, guys. But this is an opportunity that is ending in 2 weeks, October 5, 2025. It's over. So I definitely think it's the moment. The leaderboard is not crowded and there is a huge allocation, guys. 4% of the total supply. It is not a small amount. It's 500 million plus at these current levels. And there's not that many participants farming right now. As I mentioned, I think volume is king, and I'm going to be doing a whole video. If it's not live yet, it's going to be live very, very soon. But I think you guys should definitely farm this airdrop and take advantage of this opportunity, because whether or not you are a maxi, you think it's going to replace Hyperliquid, or simply you're interested but don't know where exactly to find a good entry, you should be farming this airdrop. I mean, do some trades, tight stop losses and take profits using max 50x leverage and no more. You can definitely get some decent volume and get into the top 250, top 100 easily with $1,000 to $5,000. So that's pretty much it, guys. I definitely think that there is a lot of room for growth for Aster. I mean, it is a brand new token. We are almost at $2 at this point, guys. So again, I definitely think we're going to be seeing this token over $4 in this cycle. There is going to be a lot of backing from Binance. I'm pretty sure they're going to be listing. The stage 2 is going to attract the airdrops, the community-centric approach, following Hyperliquid's footprints. I think it's something that you guys want to keep on your radar. So that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you appreciated it. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to watch the airdrop video, guys. You definitely want in.